Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mobby, and this is my first impressions review of Minoria or Minoria. I'm not sure how to 100% pronounce it. So this game was released on August 27th for Steam PC, and it is an action platformer kind of like a Metroidvania. So as always, if you like what I do and you want to see more, please help out the channel by leaving a like, commenting, and of course subscribing. I do upload videos daily. Also, make sure to stay until the end of the video. I'll be showing you some gameplay highlights from Minoria. I'm just gonna say it that way. It's probably Minoria, but I'm gonna say Minoria. Alright, so taken straight from the gameplay that I recorded. So today we're gonna be talking about the price, the story, the graphics, the audio, the gameplay, and a little bit of noteworthy things that I feel needs to be said about this game. So let's talk about the price first. This game, as what it is, it's pretty much out. I don't think it's early access. Let me quickly check if it is early access. I don't think it is, and that's going to be a major part of this game's worth to me. Dang it, it's not early access, so it is done. It's ready to go, and it is $19.99 as I'm recording this, and has a small little sale of 20% off, making it around 17 bucks. This game, I think it's well worth more than 20 bucks. I think this can go to $25 or $30 from what I've seen so far. So this game, like I said, released on the 27th, and the story is as follows. You start the game and you get a little bit of a backstory before leading you into this giant journey that you're going to go on. A princess has been captured by a bunch of witches. You, as the main character, are part of a sort of group of nuns who are very great with battling. They excel at battling and magic. So your job is to get her back. You and a group of other nuns go to this castle where she got kidnapped, and you learn that, well, every single nun has been killed except you and someone else that you brought. So it's you and your friend have to go in here and save the princess and do all that stuff. So you're stuck in a castle after saving the princess, and this is all in the first 10 minutes of the game. You fight a first boss, you save the princess. She finds that in this castle there is a safe haven called the library, which pretty much acts as your main hub, where you can travel there at times, open up a shop, talk to the princess, and your goal is to go save the princess's sister, who has been corrupted by the nuns. So she must be like very close to the end boss and that type of deal. So pretty easy and simple concept. Go through the castle, kill a bunch of witches, or do you, right? And then you explore. Let's go to the graphics. Now this one surprised me the most. I thought it was gonna be like pretty flat, because it's a 2D game. Even though it is a platformer, they have 2D, 3D-ish models, and they're really nice. They're somewhat anime-ish, and I guess I'll mention it. The main princess character, she just stands there. Her idle animation is standing, but then her like boobs juggle up and down like crazy. I'm like, yep, it wasn't necessary, but I guess I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So graphics are really nice. The enemy designs are also very 3D-ish. And a lot of them don't even look like witches. They look like little minions that you kill. You go through the game pretty quick. The combat is very fluid. Alright, so that's the graphics. The audio, the tracks that I've heard fits the style pretty well. It's very castle-like. And if you listen to the music playing in this video, this is Bloodstained, a game that it really reminded me of. So hey, guess what? If you're done with Bloodstained, check this one out, because it's just another Metroidvania. But it's good. It has its own like feel to it, which I'll get into soon. So the sound effects are okay, you know, using spells, hitting enemies, getting hit. It's all pretty standard, nothing too crazy, but the music is pretty good. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, the gameplay. So, platforming Metroidvania. What can we cover in great detail? Well, let's talk about your character's control scheme. You can run, you can jump, you can duck, you have a basic slash with a combo, and you can go ahead and grab new weapons and continue doing combos. And one of the awesome things in the game is you have a parry function by pressing just a simple button without moving left or right. Because there is a dodge button, you have to hold left or right on the ground, press the dodge button, and you do a roll, which gives you infinity frames. What the hell is it called? iframes. Invincibility frames. What the hell? Invincibility frames. I got a freaking brain fart right there. So if you don't press left or right, your character goes into a parry stance, which you put the sword up, and I guess for half a second, if an enemy attacks you, you counter back, take no damage, you cover the screen, with slashes, invisible quick slashes, and it feels so good doing that. It's freaking amazing. And like I said, you also have a dodge, but honestly, that parry, it's so powerful, it makes you want to use it a lot. And if you can master it, you'll clear through rooms like nothing. Holy crap. You also start off with the basic spell, which I thought at first it was going to be like your Estus Flask. Alright, that type of deal. Because at the top left, near your health, it shows the spell that you currently have equipped. And the one that we had at the beginning was like a sort of a heal spell, 0 out of 5. You would activate the spell and it would heal around 40% of your maximum health. And then it only recovers after you get to this game's version of a bonfire, which is a candle, where you hit the candle, it's a checkpoint, and automatically saves, and it refills all of your spells. And I said yes, all of your spells. If you guys are familiar with Dark Souls 1 or 2, when you get a spell, it has a certain amount of uses, and then it's done until you go heal at a bonfire. This is kind of the same way. At first I thought, wow, 0 out of 5. That's kind of low, and I thought it was even worse because when I picked up a new spell, I thought it shared the same amount with that other one, so maybe you can use 3 heals and 2 of this projectile, but that's not the case. It acts just like the Dark Souls one, where pretty much you have 5 spells on this, you can switch to another one, it's a really powerful lightning attack, and it has 3 usage. So I also found that you can upgrade the amount of uses you have by just finding them in the world and or buying them, so you can increase the limit from 5 to 6 to 7 and so on. Spells that I collected were pretty cool. I'll give you an example. Like I said, the healing one for 40%, and then there was the one that just straight lightning from the ground to smack enemies, pierces, and then there's a projectile which does damage depending on your health proportion. And you could switch out on the fly. At the moment, from what I saw, you can equip around 4 active spells, which you can switch by pressing R2 or L2. It quickly switches out, then you can press the spell button. And then there's 3 slots that I saw for passive equipment. So pretty much to customize your character, it's your main weapon and the different incantations you have. I don't think I saw anything for armor, but if there is one, that's cool, but I don't think you can change your armor and stuff like that. But there is passives and active stuff that you can get, which is pretty awesome. There is the Symphony of the Night map, pretty similar to it. You press L1 and it just opens up right away so you can walk by. I was trying to complete the map as much as I can during the small amount of time I played it. So pretty much you're going to be going through rooms, defeating enemies, and when you kill them, they even show you how much experience you get. Like you beat like a little guy, you get 3 experience, etc. As far as I'm concerned, I did a lot of grinding because the game is a little tough at the beginning. There's no difficulty setting from what I saw. Enemies kill you really fast. I would say maybe 2 to 4 shots at the beginning. Enemies wreck you. I even grinded for 3 levels in a room by going out and inside of a room, killing a bunch of conveniently placed slimes grouped up together. I would kill them, kill all 4 at once, and then I would get like 36 experience or something like. So it was probably 3 of them, like 12 each or something. So I leveled up 3 times, and I still get hurt quite a bit. So this game really forces you, hey man, don't get hit, parry, dodge as much as you can. Don't rely on being tanky in this game, because holy crap, it does hurt. And you will, if you die, you go all the way back to when you last went to a checkpoint. So go to checkpoints frequently in this, be careful, learn enemy patterns, and just be on your game. This gameplay is fast. It feels very arcade-like. I'm gonna compare it to Symphony of the Night and Bloodstained. Those are somewhat slow. I mean, they're fast-paced, but this one is like quick, very quick. You can cancel out your attacks and stuff like that and jump all the way through. And with the parry, it adds a high risk reward factor. It's really worth it to parry. You dodge a move and you attack back at the same time while being invincible. So it's really great that way. When you level up, you don't get to put up stats or anything. It's mostly a little bit of HP, a little bit of attack, and I don't know if you get a defense stat because there isn't anything in the menus about that. Bosses are pretty cool. I fought a couple of bosses, and once you defeat them, you're going to open up new areas, and you even collect other things around the world to increase your overall abilities. Like I'm sure there's going to be a double jump somewhere, but one of the ones that I got gave me a permanent sword attack that I can use forever, which was a sword charge. You would hold down the charge button, the sword button, your character would glow, and then you let go, they do a forward dash, plunge, lunge attack, but you can only use that 3 times. As noted on the top left, where you have your spells 0 out of 5, this particular attack with your sword was 0 out of 3. You don't need to switch it out or anything, you just have to activate it by doing the execution command. So pretty much boss enemies level up, get new items, get new stuff, and repeat. it's a formula that works. Not gonna lie, this game is pretty good. I would easily recommend it. Combat flows really well. I think that's probably the best part about this game is its combat. It kind of feels like I'm playing another Symphony. And there's tons of other games. I think Time Spinner is another one that this reminds me of, and that one was published by Chucklefish, the same people who came out with Stardew Valley, so please check that out. I don't think a lot of people know too much about Time Spinner. It's a really good game that is very, very similar to Symphony of the Night in terms of graphical style as well. But this one is its own thing, but it feels very similar. I'm not saying, you know, they're copying or anything, but it's a formula that works. The best part is also pairing and feels really good, and you're going to keep unlocking new spells to customize as you go on. And the game reminded me that, hey, you know, in the tutorial I read in a book or something, they said if you do some flawless boss battles, meaning you don't take any damage and you kill them, you are most likely going to get some extra incantation spells, like maybe some unique ones, or maybe just some upgrades to your own spells. So there you go. There's another thing I want to quickly mention, and that is, I think there are either different endings to this game, or there are at least different ways to handle situations. I'm going to be showing you guys a boss battle where I pretty much took out a witch. But however, before I fought this witch, the princess told me, hey, the witch that you're about to fight, we should maybe bring her on our team somewhat. So I tried to not kill her, but then I couldn't really figure out how to end the battle without killing her. Perhaps I needed to go up to her and press like talk or something, but I ended up waiting until something happened. Nothing happened, so I just slashed her. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this game, Minoria, however you want to pronounce it, it's a great game. You guys should definitely check it out. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, it helps a lot. If you haven't already, please subscribe for daily videos. If you want to watch all of the uncut footage of games that I stream on Twitch, go to my second YouTube channel, Mabimpressions VOD. I upload them there in digestible chunks when available. I will be ending today's video with a highlight of Minoria. I'll be giving you 2 boss fights. The first one where I fight like a giant minion, which is pretty awesome, and the second one will be the witch one, where I think you can do different endings on that. So thanks for being here, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video.